All right, guys, I hit the stop video instead of pause. Here you go. Look how wet it is. See it wet down there? How it's all gummy. Now look down inside of there. Now there's two things. That should be bone dry. Now, it could also be blow-by. We have a little bit of blow-by on it, but honestly, that EGR cooler's looking very suspect. Look how wet it is way down there in the bottom. Let me see if I can get a good picture and get it. See how wet that is? I mean, it's just wet everywhere. That says, and then look how washed it is on the top. See how clean it is? The valve on right here is clean compared to all dirty down there. That's because coolant's been running through there and it'll wash it. So we got EGR cooler failure. That freaking sucks. And we also got, I mean, very rarely will an EGR cooler normally will not pressurize a cooling system. Now there are, you know, anything can happen, but generally a pressurized EGR or pressurized cooling system is from head gaskets generally. Now, you know, the best way to tell is, well, the end-all way to tell is to get the EGR cooler, either put a good one on it or bypass it and retest, do a degas pressure test. But with all the coolant coming out of this, I mean, it's just, I mean, stock head bolts, EGR cooler failed, it's smoking pretty bad. I mean, it could get pretty deep. You know, we could wind up finding worn cylinders because of the blow-by that's coming out of it. You know, failed EGR cooler could have rusted on some of the cylinder walls. I've seen that many times where coolant will physically fill up the exhaust manifold and get inside of one of the cylinders and rust the cylinder wall, and you know, once that starts, the rings have to just chew past the rust. It just turns into a big storm of crap. So yeah, I think we might have a big issue. I mean, we could start and just put our intake on it and hope for the best. I mean, from what I'm seeing, the heads need to come off. Both heads off, put our intake, white pipe, put all that stuff on it. But the downside to that is when we get the heads off, we look at the cylinder walls. It's got 190,000 miles, so we ought to go ahead and yank the engine out and put a fresh set of lifters in it if we go that route, if we go that far. And then, you know, we have to look at those cylinder walls and decide if we want to refresh it. So it's kind of a, or just put the intake on it and let it ride. But the head gaskets, basically what I'm getting at is I would really caution against just doing head gaskets when we've got a little bit of blow-by and we got 190,000 miles. You know, my question would be, how much do you like the truck? Is this something that you want to keep? Because that's what it's decision time right now on how far we want to go, because that cooler's bad. That sucks. Alright, thought I would just at least show pulling the valve out. But the no start, I mean, that ICP sensor, yeah, we've got another ICP sensor coming today. I mean, intermittent issues. I mean, I've been starting it. The initial time when it came here, it wouldn't start. And I mean, ICP volts were way too high. It was getting intermittent signal. So I just unplugged it and there you go. It was all good. ICP sensor is right there. Right there. So if you do drive it and you take it and it does it again, unplug it. Could be wiring, could be the sensor, which sucks. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good day.